Hi y'all. Hi. And hello and how are ya? I was just making a batch of rope, of twisted rope out of fabric, because I need this to be able to couch it onto my slow stitching things. And so I was making this, and I made a video like a long time ago making this here, and there is 16 jillion different videos of how to make your twisted rope on the internet, on the YouTubes. But hey, I just wanted to do it. What the heck. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I do it. Well, see, I can go ahead and trim this little chunk off right there. Trim that chunk off. Okay, I go with 2 chunks, 2 strips. I use strips. These strips are about 1 inch, maybe a little wider than 1 inch. Let me see. It's just about 1.25 inches. And so, but I just go approximately. Approximately. Now, if you use thinner pieces, you will end up with thinner rope. If you use thicker pieces, you will end up with, wider pieces, you'll have wider rope. Narrower pieces, you'll have thinner rope. But this stuff is so cool to, if you're doing slow stitching, this is fun to couch on to your projects. Like making a frame around something. Oh man, they're awesome. So right now I've got to where my ends are getting kind of short here. So I'm going to add another piece. To add another piece, I just lay one piece on top of the piece that I'm ending with, and I just kind of fold it all together. Just kind of fold it all together. And there, now it's in there. Okay, so now I just kind of hold it in my hand here, just kind of hold it here in my hand kind of tight, and then I take the top piece and I twist 2 twists away from me, and then I go over the bottom one and just hold it there with your thumb. Then here, this one, you'll twist 2 twists away from you, away. So you're going to go that way, but then flip it down. And now here we'll go 2 twists away and then flip it down. And now the next one, 2 twists away and flip it down. And we're going to continue to do that. Now, see, this one now is running short, so I'm going to put another piece on there, and I just keep changing color, whatever I pick up. And so, well, let me see. I'm going to do this one. 2 twists and around, 2 twists and around. Okay, now, I got about 1.5 inches still there. So I'm going to take my new piece and kind of put it like inside, sort of inside of that, last piece, and I'm going to fold it under, fold it, so it's like, almost like you would fold a bias tape, you know, and it's in there. And so then I'm going to take it, I'm going to twist it, 2 twists, and fold it down, hold it there with your thumb, and then here you go with 2 twists, and then down, over, see, you're going down over, so twist, twist, and then over, like this. Twist to the back, and flip to the front. Twist to the back, and then off to the front. Twist to the back, and then to the front. And by, this is what it's trying to untwist. It tries to untwist, but because it's going to stay there, because it trying to untwist, it actually holds it stiffer, stronger. I'm getting a knot here because of my strings. And so then take that one in the back, twist, twist, flip it to the front, back one, twist, twist, and flip it to the front. And see, you're twisting the 2 pieces together, and then you're twisting it one way, And then when you're flipping it this way, you're going against that twist. So then that is what gives it the strength to hold it together. So it isn't going to come on twist. If you were to twist it the front way and then bring it out, it's just going to come apart. So we twist it. And if you twist it 3 times, it's okay, but at least twice. Twist, twist. So it's twisted to the back, flip to the front. Now, twist to the back and flip to the front. Twist to the back and then go over the front. You cross and over. Twist and then cross over to the front. Twist to the back and cross over in the front. And you just keep going and see how this is what we just did, this color right here. We got it hooked on right here. Now, never, you don't want to be hooking both colors at the same place. These ones were a little close, but not bad. But you don't want to have both ends be ending at the same time and then try and add it. So if you got them ending like at the same time, cut one a little short so they don't end at the same time, so you don't have both of the pieces connected at the same time. I mean, new piece here and a new piece here might make that a weak spot. So we don't want to do that. So we're just going to twist it, bring it to the front. Twist. The scissors are in my elbow. Twist it, bring it to the front. Oh, I got strings because I tore this fabric. But you know, any kind of strips, and it doesn't matter if they're short or long, because you're just going to use them all. You just kind of want them to be of the same width. And then of course you don't have to have them matching in color. Oh heavens, no. No, have something exciting. And now what I would do though actually is, if you say if you're saying if you got a whole bunch of rope and you say, well, I think I want to have this yellow piece right here. I think I want to use this yellow piece. Well, you can cut that, but I would suggest when you do cut that is to just get you a little needle and thread and stitch at wherever you cut it, both pieces, just to give it that much more stability that you're going to keep, you know, and just stitch the end. But when I started this piece, I just tied the 2 pieces together in a knot there. That's what I did. I just tied them together in a knot. And this is fun to do. Now you can take this, if you've ever made a rag rug, or a braided rug like they did back in the pioneer days, because you can take this fabric like this and braid it too. You can braid it together. Then you don't have a twisted rope, you would have a braided rope. But back in the day, a lot of people made the braided rugs, you know, the oval or the circle rugs, braiding the fabric. Well, you can do the same with this. You can do this, and you can start circling it around. Let me just put a clip on here. It should really stay nicely, but I'm going to put a little clip just to be sure, because I want to dig from this side. See, if you like here, now if I was to really, I can I'll cut that end, those little ends off of there like this, because I got that tightness quite on. But now see, you could make, if you start this and you start spinning it around like this, and you just spin it, you can stitch it or you can glue it or whatever, but you can make what we call a mug rug, which is, I like to have like a coaster, but it's a mug rug. See how pretty that is? You can glue that together with like maybe your Fabrifix glue, or or whatever, but I would stitch it with a nice stitch, because then it would hold up better in washing, which I do think the Fabrifix is supposed to hold up good in washing too. But I would stitch it. I would do some slow stitching, and this is another slow stitch something. But look how pretty that is, and how primitive that looks. And so, and if you could make a set of these coasters, and could you imagine even at Christmas time when you're making Christmas gifts for family, and make them a set of coasters and just get some pretty colors. But, and this is a fun thing to do, is just keep, I mean, you just have all your strips of fabric, and if you wanted to, you could make a rug that would cover the whole living room floor. I'm telling you, if you wanted oval shape, then you would start with a straight down the middle, and then go back around and 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 back around. Yeah. Well, you get the point, you know. You catch my drift. But look how pretty that looks. See, now this is almost too big for a mug rug. But you could make a hot pad. You could make mug rugs out of that. You could make a rug out of that. Because now, I like coasters that absolutely do what a coaster is supposed to do. They're supposed to absorb your frost from a glass or something. And that's what they're supposed to do. And so, but then they got these fancy coasters that they make and sell you that they don't have nothing absorbent on them. So they're not really absorbing your moisture from your glass or whatever, and they will protect your furniture some if that moisture doesn't drip off of the coaster onto your valuable vintage furniture, you know. So I like coasters that are absorbent, and then if you want to, you can put an absorbent coaster on top of a fancy coaster. You know, you can just stack them up or whatever. But it's doubtful that you'd have so much moisture that it would go through this whole thickness. But it might. I don't know. It depends on how sloppy. I mean, I'm not saying that anybody's a sloppy drinker, but I am. I always have to have a mug rug under my drinks. And so for my mug rugs, I have some woven ones I love using that are just woven fabrics. But I like coasters or mug rugs that are absorbent. So this is all I wanted to show you here. This is it. This is all there was, is this. And now if you're sitting in a lazy chair and you're because I have taken to sitting in my lazy chair a lot, because going into the lazy mode of my life, of these autumn years. So I sit in my lazy chair. I should take a picture of my chair one day so you can see everything around it, because I've got all my needful things around my chair. Needles, thread, fabric, books, my phone, my headphones, all that important stuff, but mostly fabric and threads. Blankets, of course. And anyway, so just remember, twist it twice to the back, and then flip it to the front. Flip it twice to the back, and then flip it to the front. Twist to the back, flip to the front. So see, twist to the back, and then flip it to the front. See how that is? How easy is that? That is like easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can do this. You can do this, and you can make this as long as a rope. And a rope can be very long. Now, another thing is, if you have like pieces of thread, you can add those pieces of thread in here. You could say, oh, let me put that piece of thread right here, and then just lay a piece of thread along here, like for instance, Is that a needle on there? Oh yeah, there's a needle on that one. Let me pull that needle off of there. Put it up on that magnet. Okay, see? So I could take this piece of thread. It may not even show up though because it's green-ish. But I can twist that thread in here and go across. And then twist and go across. Twist and go across. Well, I don't think my thread's going to show really, but you can do it. You know, if I had some red thread or something, it would show up more. But you can do that with your spare threads just to add more. If you had like a gold thread, can you imagine that one? Mary would like that one with gold. Yeah, she likes gold. Not gold jewelry, she just likes gold painted and gold paper and gold stuff. Now, so that's what you do. You just twist it twice to the back, flip it to the front. Twice to the back, flip it to the front. Twice to the back, flip it to the front. Twice to the back, flip it to the front. And just continue on doing that. And see, now I'm getting close again to the end of this one piece. So flip it, flip it. There, now I'm getting close there to that end. So let me put this green piece on here. Green piece, go on the green piece. No, that's my son sending pictures. My son lives in Arizona and I'm in Florida. And so he sends me pictures near about every day of my grandchildren's, my granddaughter's horse. Okay, so here then, now I got to the end here. And so I'm going to put this piece now, and I'm going to lay that across it, crossing it so they're overlapped about 1.5 inches, and then just fold it in at the top, fold it into bottom, fold it in again in half, and so they're folded together. And then twist that 2 times and go over. And see, so now I've got that second one hooked on. There we go, see? When you first put your extension of fabric on, then it's a little bit more fiddly because you want to be real careful that you don't pull them apart, you know. And see, now so that was where it was put together right there. So I want to be, but it's strong, it's not going to come apart. And so as long as you have it overlapped, you know, that about 1.5 inches, you can even go 2 inches just to be sure, and have it folded in there nice and tight. And some people stitch them, some people glue them together there, some people cut a little slit in it, in the bottom end, and add the next. But I just do it this way because it holds just fine for me this way. But you can glue the 2 pieces together. You can, like I say, put a little slit in the bottom and then put your new piece through that slit. So there's different ways of doing it, and and so many people show different ways, but this is what I find is easiest for myself. And I can sit there and watch a movie and just make gobs of rope. And I had made a bunch a while back, but I've used it all up, and I used it in couching pieces in my slow stitching. So that's why I had to get busy and make some more. And so, but it is so pretty. I think it's very pretty. Now, if sometimes my pieces are not all the same, like here's a piece that's a little narrower at one end, very narrow at one end, and then wider at this end, wider. And so, but I use that too, and it might make a narrower piece in the rope even, but then that gives that rope more character. So, but this is, it's fun, it's pretty, and you use up a lot of your fabrics, a lot of your scrap fabrics. We have found so many ways to use scrap fabrics that we don't have to throw away not a square inch. We don't, even less than a square inch. Now see that I'll have to add another piece. I'm just going to put my clip on there just to hold it and make sure it stays good. And then I'm just going to wrap this around my wrapper, my thingamajig, my doohickey. So I'll just wrap that around, because see, up until I use it, it'll look just pretty displayed on my wrapper. Now these kind of things like this, sometimes you can go to a fabric store and they have their laces on these. Sometimes, I don't know if they do that real often anymore, but sometimes you can ask them if they're giving them away or selling them cheap or whatever. And I have had a bunch because I had a little lace store for a while, but I have given them, most of them, away already. And then we donated a bunch of them to the thrift shop for people to wind their Christmas lights around, so that they could wind their Christmas lights. But the ones we donated mostly were the ones that had the flat bottoms on them, because those take up more space than these ones do. But see how pretty that even looks, just up wound on there. So when I fill this up, it's pretty just like that. Just like that. It's beautiful. So that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you my rope. This is my rope. So now I'll add some more. I'm going to watch some videos or something in just a little bit, and then I'll watch, and then I'll twist, because see, I got more here to twist. So let me tell you, let me remind you that you are stronger than you know. Words of hope and encouragement for someone living with a chronic illness. Let's see if I can find something that I have not read for a while. Okay, let's see. How about this one? Doesn't that book look rough? Spilled my coffee on there one day. Sometimes you just need to walk away. Sometimes it's all just too much. Too much to fathom, too much to analyze, too much to accept, too much to do. Sometimes it is better just to let go of all the problems, of all the tasks, of all the burdens that weigh you down. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give yourself is to walk away from under, to walk into sunshine and warm your soul. Sometimes you will return and your burdens will seem somehow easier to handle than before. Rest in the assuredness that you are enough after all. And that was written by Minx Borin, MCC. That's very good. Sometimes you just need to walk away, and just for a little while, just to clear your mind. And when you come back, things will be a little gentler. And that's what we need. We need for things to be a little bit more gentle. And with that, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Twist you some fabric. Twist some fabric. Whoops, that one's not twistable. But yeah, I got quite a bit here still to twist. And then if I run out, I can rip some more off of my little pieces to make more. Beautiful. God bless you all. May He watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and bring you back to the next video safe and sound, happy, healthy, and beautiful as you are today. God bless.